Carly, how are you, darling? Mm. How's your Saturday? I hope, or Saturday. Oh my gosh. I mean, your Friday. I'm already into Saturday. How is everybody doing? I hope everything is good for everyone. I'll be on TikTok tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as well. So I'm just going to get ready. I'm going to wait a little bit. I know a couple of people have messaged me and I said, hold on, I'm almost there. I think some people are getting done work. Oh, fantastic that you're off on Friday. I have been having such a ball making all kinds of things. And you know what's kind of ironic is when you create, when you start creating certain things. Oops, sorry for my elbow. When you start to create things and it builds up momentum, it kind of takes over. It does take over. So when I began this journey of paper beads, my paper strips had taken over and I kept, cutting, 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 and cutting, right? Hi, Melissa. So you keep cutting and cutting, and then, things are going great, but then the creation of making these beautiful beads and beautiful jewelry goes to the side. And I felt like I was kind of, I was a little sad, I guess, because I didn't want to just constantly do the same thing. But I loved, checking out different strips of paper and things like that. But then I found myself, you know what? I think I'm just going to settle down and make some jewelry. And I did, and I'm really excited about it. So I've kind of found this balance. And thankfully, I have my husband, Carl, that helps me. And we do all the cutting and everything. So I found this balance between cutting, filling the orders, and I'm back to creating jewelry. So I was really excited about that. I know that was a long story to say, but I just had to get it out there because I know a lot of people have asked me, "Oh, when are you going to start making beads and jewelry?" And I do it for, actually, I create for weddings and certain events, and that's fun too. But I just thought that it would be nice to start getting back into making jewelry for my craft shows. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, let's get to this. Today I am going to create um, a really cool bracelet, and I will tell you exactly how I did this. These are my spacer beads. Now these spacer beads, let me see if I can grab the camera. I always change my camera view. Okay, there we go. These have a side to it. I don't really like the strips when they come to a point, some of them, and they're not like smoothed down. So I have this shape, and I also have tapered shape. Oops, there's a piece of paper there. So I have the tapered shape. So I love these. I love the way they're finished. And that was one of my cool things. So we have um, we have these beads that I made. Then I'm going to show how I created them. I'm going to roll these in front of you with my awesome colorful paper bead rollers that you can get in my shop for $5. Um, hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for the purple hearts. So you can grab these in my shop for $5. I told you I was going to make them, and I did, and I wanted to make them affordable and durable. These have the longer um, pin on there, and which is nice because it'll accommodate the larger ones. The smaller pin accommodates the smaller ones. So you pick your choice. And these are stainless steel, so they're a little bit more smoother to pull off the paper too that I found. But it's all trial and error, but they still work best, and you can pick any colors. I have more colors too. I'm going to have all kinds of things going on with those, so look out for new ones. I am so excited. And then I've created these. I've had these for a while. I put them on my website. I think it was last year, and they really sold out, and everybody loved them. So these are just strung on beads that I've created. I've chosen different beads and I've strung them. these are going to be in on Saturday, and this is not all of them. I have all different colors, all different types of beads. I love the Zuni bear. I think they are so cool. And then we have some beads that you can use, and you actually put perfume on that, and you can smell it. They're called all kinds of things, but we call them rock beads, and they're porous. So if you put perfume or oil, you rub oil on that, they'll be scented. So, oh, fantastic, Carly. So these I've created, and the reason why I'm bringing this to everyone's attention is these are really affordable and they're great because I like to mix and match different things. I love creating kits because people love them. They've told me that, don't stop, continue creating them. But I've actually recreated this. I recreate certain products that I come across like in craft stores just to accommodate customers, because a lot of people would say, when you go into the craft store and you see these strung beads like this, a lot of them have the seed beads. There's like 20 different seed beads and like two great beads that come out of it. And a lot of people have said to me, I wish I can find ones that have more than just one pretty bead on it. And I thought, let me just recreate this for people. So this is going to be on my website. They'll be already made, and these have glass beads in it. They have all kinds of different, look at them, they're really pretty, and you get more than just a few pretty beads. Also, I will have one where you can create your own, and I'll have individual pictures of each of my beads, and you just go and click on pictures and I will create the whole strung bead for you, which is nice because did you ever walk into the store and think, I really wish I had this bead, or you didn't like that bead or whatever? So you get to choose too, but these are great, and you can pick these up on BellieBeads.com. I've also have some Stretch Magic, which I love. This is 0.5 millimeters. This is a very thin one. I love Stretch Magic. I've used others, but they just kind of like, ugh, didn't work out for me. I also have my wire. This is 20 gauge. I really like bend crate. So then we have some stampers. I'm going to show you how I recreated the edging on these. I also have another YouTube that on it. Oh, honey, there goes the kitty cat. There goes Trouble. Sorry about that. um, Also, I have my paper strips. And I also have my tools, my needle nose, my wire cutters, my chain nose pliers, and I love this one. It has like a silicone feel to it, and it straightens out your wires. And these are some of the bracelets that I've created online as well, just to give you an idea. Okay. All right, let's get started here. What did I forget? Oh, I also have my little hammer and my palette here that I use. It's very heavy. It's for jewelry, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make out of that. So this should be really exciting. But I want first and foremost, before I begin, I definitely want to show you how I created these. So these are my paper strips, and if you're not familiar with me, this is the I'm sorry. These are sold on my website. I am a supplier of paper strips. And this one's pretty. This looks like a little barnyard and a little turquoise in there. So it really blends very nicely with all the other beads that I have coordinating with them. I also have these delicious beauties too. So we're going to play with that. So I'm going to roll these, and I'm going to just rub some paint into it, and you'll see it'll come really nice. And then I'll show you also how I glaze them. I won't go through the whole process, but I'll show you the products I use. And before I forget, if you're interested in seeing another tutorial, I will be on TikTok tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be on there a little longer than this, but hope you can join me there. And it's still BellieBeads at TikTok. All right, so let's get started. So this is one of the paper strips. And I'm going to, we know what this is called, right? Condition the paper. Oops, we have doggies outside that are barking. Sorry about that. And the reason for doing this is because we want to smooth out the paper when we roll them. so they're not crinkled. So if I was to just roll them straight like this, what happens when you start to bend them? There's like creases, and we don't want that. So we want it to be smooth. I'm working with a 30-pound paper strip. These are also sold on my website. Let me see, what color should I use? I get so excited when I look at these colors because I'm like, oh, it makes me happy when I look at them. So I'll do the purple one. All right. And how can I forget my glue? Hold on. I knew I was forgetting something. My glue. Oh my goodness. I think what's happening is the dog next door is barking because the UPS guy's here. Sorry about that, guys. That's not my dog. All right, hold on one smidgen. Let me go grab my. I knew I forgot something, right? But that's all. That's why I don't edit anything. I just have fun with everything, right? We're just like having fun. So if anybody in here does crafts, since this is a live show, please show your face here or tell me all about you. Hi, Joyce. Good afternoon from Kansas. I'm in South Jersey. I'm in South Jersey. Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to adjust my, I don't know, my internet's starting again. Oh, all right. I think it's okay. I'm not quite sure if you guys think that it's a little blurry or anything. Please let me know. How is the weather in Kansas? All right. Here we go. Sorry about that little interruption there. All right, so I'm going to begin with the widest edge here. And I'm going to start rolling now. Remember, I usually use my index finger and my thumb. And forgive me for my fingernails. I was reorganizing my little area yesterday. And I thought, oh, good. Thank you, Michelle. Because for some reason it's on delay, it looks like. I don't know why I have so many issues with this internet. So I use my thumb to guide it to create the steadiness, making sure that I always pinch them together. I don't know, but these rollers are really awesome. I love the way it just fits right in my hand here. And they're colorful. And I think that's really, I think the main thing where I love color. It's like art therapy to me. Oh, it's raining. You know, Joyce, it's supposed to rain here tomorrow too. It's been a little cloudy. And then we just flip it over, and I'm very generous with the glue. You know that. Now, there's a couple things that we can do with glazing. I like to spread the glue all over because it allows it to seep inside the paper, which allows it to stay and keep stability, and then I will glaze them. But there we go. And I usually let that sit for a second. That's why I think I have so many rollers, because I like them to sit and I'll do the next one. But we're just going to do this one. And after I'm done this, I'm going to show you while that's drying, there's a couple things you can use. Now, the most important thing is the center of this bead. You have to ensure. Oh, Michelle. Oh, good, Michelle. You got yours today. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad you got your roller. The main thing with paper beads is I stress, please make sure that your middle in the middle of that is sturdy enough so it doesn't collapse. You can't pinch mine. You can't collapse mine. So I use a PC petrifier. So I usually string them on, right? And then I'll dip them in a PC petrifier. It's a wood hardener. You can grab that at any Home Depot or Amazon. And that really strengthens it. Oops, sorry guys about that. Sorry. Had a little noise here. Um, And what I typically do is I dip it once, and then I'll let it hang dry, and then while they become really hard, what happens is what happens is they'll stick together, and that's fine. You just want to go ahead and break them apart. Now, these are obviously not stuck together because I've broken them apart. Usually about an hour later it will. Now, if you put too much PC petrifier on, this is the thing. I just want everyone to understand one thing. When you put too much on there, it's going to shrink it more, the bead itself, because it's a wood hardener. That's what it does. I only dip it once. You could do whatever you want, but I just oh, you ordered yours yesterday, Joyce? Yes, yes, you did. I got your order. Um, to ensure the middle is stable, that's all I do is just once, and then I shake it off the residue, and I just hang it up and dry. If you want to continue using PC Petrifier, it will shine it all up, but it'll also shrink it too. So that's the only thing I didn't like. But you know, it's all about playing around with them. Just experiment. All right, so this one is pretty good to go. So I'm going to push it off, you know, never to pull it. Kind of like fix that up, and there you go. You got your tapered bead. I love the colors going through it. It matches everything here. All right, and then after I get done this, before I even glaze them, now this is just before I even do PC Petrifier, I will go ahead and let me move this aside, and I'll pick a color of any color stamp pad that I have, and I will grab, well, you can grab anything really. You can grab your pliers. I be careful because if you have nice pliers, I kind of ruin mine a lot. They're like, I put them through the ringer. It's like they get all dirty. I think I'm going to go with the brown, but I just wanted to let you know that you can get these anywhere. They have them at the dollar store. They have them in craft stores. I don't really spend a whole lot of money on these because I only use a very little of it. So try to, oh, look, I'm bending it. Look at that. See, I'm bending them. I'm squeezing it too hard. Here you go. All right. So I'm going to grab this, or you can just go ahead and do this if it fits in there. And then just rub it on there like that, like so. Look at that, right? And then once that dries, you could do the other side. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. You can get gold, you can get green. Yes, Michelle, you can use Mod Podge too. You don't need PC Petrifier. The only thing is we try to get it inside so it gets nice and hard. Yeah, you can use anything, but look how pretty that is. See? Now now at this point in time, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to let you guys see this. It's brown. There's an edge of brown, so you don't have that white core. Now, a lot of people like the white core. It depends. It actually depends on my mood, what I want to do. But you can definitely do the edges. So that's one way of doing it. That's how I did that. All right, so let's put that to the side. Now, after the PC Petrifier, I used actually on I used Minwax water base polyacrylic. This was a clear satin, but this one it was a matte finish. I didn't use this one, but you can use it. I'm just showing you how it comes in different types of ways of shining it up if you wanted a matte finish. Now, I wanted to go with a matte finish because I wanted it to look a little natural like wood. So I just went with a matte finish. I dipped it in my polyacrylic. You can get this at any Walmart, anywhere really. Walmart has them cheaper, I think. And then what I did was I put this in another container and I dipped them. I shook off the residue and then I hung them. And you can get any like dry rack, clothes rack, anything, and just hang them. And then after this was done, I let it dry. Usually I overnight for that. I really wanted to ensure that it was good to go. All right, then after this, I wanted to show you, I'm going to start taking these apart. Let me knock everything out of the way here. And I'm going to show you. Let's put this bad boy together. All right, I'm going to get my 0.5 millimeter Stretch Magic. Oh yeah, the Minimax is really great. Now you can measure your bracelet however you want. You could put it around your wrist. I always give a little bit more, you never know. Or you can use one of these bracelet sizers. This I put through the ringer. You can use this. This is really nice because it gives you all the measurements. This is something nice if you are using, if you're creating multiple bracelets and they're for customers or they're for a craft show, you can do all different sizes and you can make them according to this mandrel. So these are bracelets. Look, this is really nice. And I got this off of Amazon. This is for an anklet. And let's see what else. It goes all the way up to 4 1/4. So that's kind of cool. I love that. It's called Easy Bracelet. If you want to take a screenshot of that, or you want to on replay make a just pause it. But it gives you all kinds of ideas of how to do it. I like the way it tells you how to do it. Or you can get a wooden mandrel, which is one of these. These doesn't. Of course, this does not have any kind of measurements, but these are nice for if you want to hammer. You want to create a bracelet and with wire and then hammer it. But sometimes if you just need something to make a little bit of a circle thingy, you got that too. So that's just something you can get. I got that off of Amazon. Hi, Jennifer. Your question is, what if you don't do the Minwax step? Will they be waterproof and just the piece? No. Yes. You can do just, but you would need multiple coats of PC petrifier because, from my experience, and this is just going on my own experience, I found that one coat it wasn't going to do it. But one coat did it to get inside enough for me to put a layer of my Minwax or UV resin over it, because that's the big thing. They were a little bit stronger in creating a hardening. Even though the PC petrifier hardens it, which is fine, but I have a lot of other beaters, fellow beaters. They put like 6 and 7 coats of wood PC petrifier, and it shines it all up, and they love that. But that's what they do. And for me, I like to have a little bit more of a shine. So there's also the UV resin, how much I love this and how I'm addicted to it. I love this. But yeah, you don't have to use the Minwax. You can just use PC Petrifier, but just make sure you have multiple coats on it. You're welcome. So with any stretch wire, you want to go ahead and stretch it out before you use it, because see how it will remain stretched out. And you don't want this happening once you've created your bracelet, because when you create a bracelet, you're constantly doing this, right? Well, it's going to start to get a little limpy. So you want to do that prior to creating. So once I've done that, I think I'll give myself a lot. I'm going to give myself a little bit extra. I'm not. I'm kind of like I eyeball things. It's like I'm just gonna eyeball. Why am I using a wire cutter? Here we go. I eyeball everything. I may waste too much too. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna. A lot of you like to. Let's see. Let me show you something. You can also, if you'd like, you can lay out your bracelet, and I typically do, but sometimes I don't. So you can grab one of these little organizers. They're great when you're creating. These are by Beadsmith. I do not sponsor them. I just use their products. That's all. You can even use anything. I mean, if you want to use just a paper plate, that's fine. I'm going to put these to the side. But I like using these because I do like them because it allows you to get a little organized. Sometimes I'll just like throw things together. This just doesn't want to come out. There we go. And it's nice to keep them like that. All right, and then we have this because I'm going to cut those. And remember, you can grab these off of the website as well. All right, so we're going to make a stretchy bracelet. I already cut my string. I'm going to cut my it's all in there. I'm going to cut my beads that I created. Now, again, I did not use any shine on these because I wanted these to look bohemian-like, which I love that style. And I'm just going to lay these out like such. I hate when there's little residues on there. All right, so here we go. And this kind of navigates the size and the style you want to create as well. All right. Let's see which ones. I definitely want to use some of these in there. I'm going to put these on the side. Or I could just keep them right there, like so. And now I do have stoppers, which I highly recommend. They're little stoppers that you place on the end of the beginning when you create these, but I have like only 5 left and they're already on another bracelet. So don't fret. We can always do something else. I'm just gonna put a piece of tape on it. They're like little metal thingies you pinch together like a clip, and it doesn't allow the bead to move, but I'm using them already on something else. I have to get, for some reason, I lose a lot of them. Okay, so then we have these. So I put a little tape on there just so my bead wouldn't move. And I'm going to begin with, let me see, I'm going to cut this as well. Okay. I love my Zuni bears. They are so cute. I think I'm gonna use that as my centerpiece. So I'm gonna make this my center. And then this aside. Center. Let's see what else. I think I'm going to put a few of these in the middle, like so. They have to be even. So I'm going to do 4. I'm just going to do, yeah, I want to do a couple there here, 3 there. They all have to line up. I want to put 3 there. I'm going to put 3. That's all. Yeah. I love making anklets. I think they're so much fun. Next time I get on here, I think I want to make an anklet because, well, you don't have to just use them for summer. You can always use them year-round anklets, I believe, right? And we're going to do 3 here. 3 there. I think this is going to be really long, so I probably won't use too many of them. This is already, look, 5 inches. We'll see. We'll see what happens with those. I feel like I'm playing a Django game or something, whatever it's called. All right. So we got our Zuni bear. I definitely want to put something in the middle here that will create some kind of offset of the colors. I think I'm going to put that one there just to offset those colors there. That should be really pretty. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So now I'm going to string it up. And I definitely want to put on the ends. Now we'll just put one of these. Just put that there like so. Now they're going to, should be 3. Now these are just glass beads. There's nothing really, they're, I got those off of my supplier. And then let's see, let's get our other 3. Put those there. I love creating jewelry. It has been something I have loved since I was 9 years old. And that's why I was a little sad when I wasn't able to make as much as I could. But now I'm glad I found my balance. Sometimes it happens. Oh, that I have that. That will be sold on my website. Isn't that a beauty? I traveled a lot. I travel well, not a lot, but I traveled to the city, New York and Philadelphia, and they have these little shops. They're just for wholesalers. And especially in New York, they have a lot of wholesalers and they have these big boxes and you can pick one at a time or 100 at a time. And I thought, I'm just going to get maybe a few and see what they look like, but that was one of them. So I bought about 100 of them because they were so pretty. And yeah, so this is going to be part of all of this. I'll have that on my website. Hopefully by Saturday I'll have that, because well, tomorrow, because everyone's been asking me to recreate again the small strung beads like I had mentioned. Um, that's actually not an eye, but it looks like an eye. It's so pretty. I think it has a little heart in it or something, but it looks like the third eye. So if we wanted to put some bling to this, we can put some crystals, but you know what? I'm going to make this all natural, like bohemian, just kind of put it together. Okay. And when you're using this size, this 0.5 millimeter stretch wire, you don't want to put a lot of heavy things on it because it is quite thin. You don't want it to break. Now, you can double up on this too. I didn't mention that. I failed to mention that. If you want to double up and then start stringing it like that as well, I can also do that. You can use a nice needle. Let me see if I could get one of these in here like that. Now I would need my needle. I'm just going to do it a single for now, but it is important to double up on them as well. A lot of people don't, so a lot of people ask me, can you just do it, with one, see how it looks? But I certainly recommend just doubling up. It's just actually just bending this like this out and then stringing them on like that. But that's pretty thick, so you may some of these things, some of these holes are not wide enough. These are really light, and that's what I love about paper beads. The paper beads are so lightweight that you can have like 50 bracelets on you. I usually do. I have like about 10 bracelets on me at a time sometimes. And they're so lightweight. It's nothing, and they're so pretty. Here's my Zuni bear. I love the Zuni bear. I'm just making something simple, something fun. I love hanging out with everyone here. I also make the keychains. We made keychains last week. And if you're new here, I will be on TikTok tonight. I'm so excited. I love TikTok. I love being on there. Um, I love YouTube too. I think my YouTube is my favorite. I shouldn't say my favorite, but it is. Um, I started on YouTube and I definitely am loyal to YouTube. I don't know. Let me ask you a question. Does anybody ever lay out their jewelry before they do it? Or are they most of the time like me and just like kind of like put it together and see what shakes loose? I sometimes do that. I mean, I actually draw it out on paper. I have an art book, and I just draw everything out. It gets me all excited. Like at night when I'm laying in my bed, I'll have some um, thoughts. And I thought, let me draw this out. And I would draw it out, what color it would be, and everything. But when I go to do it, I'm like, let me change it up. And then I'm just throwing things together. Sometimes happy mistakes are the best. Alrighty, we are almost done with this. Let me see. But we're not completely done. I want to show you some other little tricks that I do. Let's see. Let's see if this bad boy is done. Ooh, I like it. My kind of thing. And my Zuni bear. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take this off. Yeah, Michelle. Oh, Linda. Hi, Linda. Yeah, I thought I was the only one. I'm like, what's going on? Why am I never satisfied with what I draw out? I'm like, come on, I took time drawing that out. I was like, oh well, whatever. You can do a surgeon's knot. You can do whatever you like with this. I usually just make a knot and then make another knot and then kind of do this thing like turn it on, go under, and then I'll put 3 little knots, like 1, I'll turn it in, 2, and then I go back in again to 3. Oh, it's a slippery little sucker here. Hold on. All righty, there we go. And then I really pull it tight, not too tight, but tight enough where it's not going to break on me. Then I will put E6000 in there. I think that's really important because you want to keep it nice and sturdy. So here's my E6000. Get this on Amazon or anywhere. Anywhere they have crafts, I should say. I'm sorry. Kind of like didn't finish my sentence there. Okay. Let me grab a toothpick. Let me grab a little toothpick. Need my toothpicks. I use toothpicks all the time. I'm a toothpick. I should sell toothpicks. That's how many toothpicks I have in here because I usually will do these individually. So I'm going to get these little knots here, and I'm just going to find the camera. It's this setting is a little different than TikTok, so that's why I'm like kind of all over the place. The camera is set at a different angle. You don't want to make it too gummy, but just enough where it will settle in there. And I usually put this to the side and let that dry for a moment. Then I go crazy with little charms I want to make. I love making charms. Oh, Michelle, you sometimes use clear fishing line for. Yes, clear is great. I love clear. Okay, let's get the 20. Oh no, I'm going to need this one. 20 gauge wire. Now, what I like to do with it, sometimes head pins are great, but sometimes, they can get really expensive. So I try to make my own. So I'm going to use this nice little tool that has this silicone on the end of it. And I'm going to create my own head pin. And I want to make a, let me see. I think I want to make a little charm out of that one. Okay, oops, running away from me. I'm going to make a charm out of that one too. So let me grab my cutters. Oh, I'm going to get my round nose pliers. I'm going to grab it, the end of it, and the smallest roundest part of the round nose pliers, I'm going to squeeze them together. I'm going to go around once, twice. So I've created this little, I don't know what you want to call it, but a little loop twice, 2 loops, right? Make sure that that's in there like such. I don't know if you could see that. I know the camera's trying to focus in on the behind me, so I'll put my hand behind it. Hello, everyone. All right. So now I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to get my hammer. Let's put this over here. And I want to create this look right here. So I will show you what I do. And now this might be a little loud, and I apologize. So I will get just a regular hammer. Well, this is a jewelry hammer. And just bang a little bit. I like going off. I love it when it's like, it's not centered, it's not perfect, because that's what bohemian, I feel, is bohemian jewelry's like. It's just, it does its own thing. It's free spirited, right? There we go. There's that. And if I keep banging it, the wire will start to blend and get hardened more. It'll get hard. So I'm going to create this charm to do this with it. Okay, and what else? I think I don't want to get too crazy with, sometimes I get a little too crazy and I start putting all kinds of beads on it, right? So let me get my, I do want to balance it out though. Let me grab this color right here. There we go. I think that works well for me. Oh, do you, Joyce? I'm telling you, I don't think I can go back to anything else but the resin. So then I would cut that piece off, turn it again. I'm just going to make a loop like so. Just like so. Now I could go ahead, I could put jump rings on this, but I'm going to make that as my one charm. I'm going to hang it on here, but not just yet. I'm going to use the one I already had. And I think, let's see, I think I want to make something a little different. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. And we're going to get those two. Yeah, that works for me. And I think I want to do 3 because I have 3 of them on every other bead. Oh, where'd you go, little guy? Here we go. And it's because I didn't straighten it. Here we go. It has been so nice outside. I want to take my jewelry outside and I want to make all kinds of stuff under the sun. Okay, there goes 2 of them. I think that I love it. Now I want to make, I think I'll make my own jump ring. That's what I want to do. I want to make my own jump ring. And I'm just going to grab this, make a little circle. There's a ton of ways where you can make your own. They have all kinds of loopy tools, everything. You can do your own. You don't have to buy them anymore. Just loop it around. I love the resin. I think the resin is a really nice way to make it look really sweet, like really pretty. I like the glossiness of it. It looks like glass. I mean, I know it's paper. I know. Oops, let me try that again because I didn't like that one. I know it's paper. I don't want to take away from the natural look of paper, but it really is very pretty. And if you're on my TikTok tonight, I'm going to probably do some resin of the beads. There we go. So I'm going to get this on there. Put this loop in there. I think I'm just going to randomly stick it somewhere. There we go. And then I'm going to close it up. Like so. Okay. Got another little charm there. And I think I want to make a larger loop of the ring. Okay. Doing this in the air, I have to say, it is challenging. Usually I'm going to put it down for a little bit because I can't do that in the air anymore. And we're going to hook that baby on right there, and I'm just going to randomly stick it somewhere around here. You can put it wherever you like. Now this will also, I'm going to make kits out of these on my website. If you haven't been on my website, if you're not familiar with my website, it's BellieBeads.com. It's in my bio here when you get onto my BellieBeads site. And I'm making more and more kits and everybody's loving them. And I'm so grateful that everybody has been enjoying their time with them. Okay. There we go. I'm telling you, doing this in the air really does not work. There we go. I think I got it. All right, now I can cut this because this seems to have dried. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I keep using the wire cutters right there like so. And sometimes I just hide it within another bead. And there we go. Let me put this to the side. Put this to the side. And there we go. We have our lovely bracelet with my Zuni. What is Carl Dad King today? Oh, where is he? Michelle, Carl is right here next to me. He's right here. He's filling orders for me while I am on here. So there we go. We are done our bohemian bracelet with our little charms hanging, and there are so many other things that you can do with this. Remember on BellieBeads.com. Oh, what's he doing today? He's filling the orders. I will be here I will not be here. I will be on TikTok tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I will also be here on next Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think Fridays are working out better for everyone and myself. But if you haven't checked out my website, please go ahead and check that out. I have a lot of new things coming in. And tonight, I don't know if I'm going to launch this other new item. I'm not sure yet because it's going to be a kit and I have to have the kits available. Michelle said, hi, Carl.
Hello, everybody.
When I make something and I say it's a kit, I like to have it available as soon as possible. So I don't know if I can get them all ready, but you should see it. It's going to be awesome. But I'm going to think of something. We're going to have fun tonight on TikTok. So everyone, thank you so much for everything, for supporting my small channel, my small business. And remember, make it a creative day. Thank you for all the fun. Bye.